And we're back. Devin Zoolander here from the Devin Zoolander Show with the one and only Krayvon. We're happy to have you. Yes. Revel in it. That's enough. All right. Yeah. They see you out there. Wow. So let's get a little bit into your background.
Okay.
Where are you from? Where did you go to high school? What kind of activities were you involved in as a kid?
So I graduated from Bethel Park High School. I was into softball. That was my main sport. Ran track, played volleyball. I've always been like artistic-y, kind of like creative, but I was always very, very impatient. And that's so crazy because what I'm like businesses I'm trying to start now, you have to be very patient. I'm learning that. But I was so impatient whenever I would be in art class or like making drawings that my art teacher actually would give me extra time instead of the other students. 'Cause I'd work on one project, then we'd start 2 new projects, and he would let me work on the other 2 while we work on the third one. And I would have a due date because I would take so long finishing things. But they all look so good.
Right.
But I was just so like, it was, yeah.
Yeah. So when you say art, paintings, drawings, or both?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably should get into it more now because I did really enjoy it. It just was impatient, long, just, oh.
Okay. Well. With that, let's see. Let's talk a little bit about the inspiration. So first of all, I appreciate you having a logo that I was able to just, all I'm doing is just taking it, deleting the background stuff and slapping it on, because I do this stuff all the time as far as with Canva to help promote stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at that and I see a heart and I see an arm with some muscles. So I know there's the other Pout Fitness one with the words, but I just would like you to take us behind the scenes of what your creative process was in coming up with your branding, your logo, your symbol, and just even the design of your facility.
Okay, so whenever I started trying to brand Pout Fitness, I always knew I wanted to do pink and black, but I never liked the color pink until I started Pout Fitness. Now I love pink. Like I'll get pink nails, pink clothes, you know what I mean? All the pink. But I was like, oh, pink really isn't like Krayvon. I don't know if I should do that. But I'm like, I have to because that would just work so well because it's a female-only facility. And we want the whole like aesthetic to really be like, okay, this is like, this is a girl thing. Like this is some badass shit. But so I decided like on pink and black. And then I just started playing around on Canva. And I honestly don't even know how I came up with that. I just came up with it. I wanted something girly, but also strong. So that's why I guess I have the heart and then I have the strong arm. But I'm actually going to recreate that. I'm going to hire a better graphic designer to make it way better. Because I still have to put my sign up at my facility. So I've been waiting months to get that done until I kind of find exactly how I want it to look. But I still want it the same, just way better.
Right. No, but that's cool because, I mean, think about it. You just started your business in March of this year. So it's not like you've been in business for years. And it's just like, because you know what it is? It reminds me of how one time I heard Tyler Perry, and he gets a lot of criticism for his work for sometimes missing details, bad wigs, unrealistic dialogue, all those kind of things. And I think he gets it deservedly so. However, one thing I remember him saying is that he talked about how I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. It reminds me of an episode of Martin I saw where he said, I'm starting it, I'm producing it, I did this, I did that. And there is power in being, like I can say all that with this. There is power in being able to say you do all this stuff on your own. However, strong people need help too.
Yeah, and I'm just learning that. And people do offer me help with my business a lot. But it's so hard to accept it because it's my baby. Like this is my thing. I started this from the ground up. I did everything by myself. But now it's at the point that I have to have people to help me now. And now I'm learning that you have to accept some help whenever you need it, or else it's not gonna take off to where you want it to be. Especially for me, because I want this to be a very, very big thing. Like I want this everywhere. And I can't do that by myself.
Yeah, I'm listening to you, but I'm also looking at this workout because I just went to your Pout Fitness page. And just for the viewing audience, can you just describe what is the workout that you're putting this woman through right here? What is she doing?
I think.
Okay, you can't really see it.
I think this might be different days with her.
Okay.
It was different days with my client right here, but I just made her a TikTok just for her. I try to do clients have their own TikToks. Yeah. But I had her. I think that was full body. It was everything. She was doing everything in that.
Yeah, I see. Okay, because I know. I didn't play football, but I used to work for a flag football league, and I'm familiar with the ladders. Yeah. So I know that. Can you talk about what are the ladders supposed to do?
So I have the ladder just for different kinds of workouts. So I have them do some cardio. I'll have them do some high knee sprints down the ladder. I'll have them hold a medicine ball and do high knees down the ladder. I'll have them do high knees. I'll have them do some ball slams after they get through, or I'll have them do an upper body workout where they're putting their arms through each square of the ladder to go down. But it's just something like to switch up.
Yeah.
Especially because you don't, unless you're an athlete, you don't see a lot of cool equipment if you're a girl, if you're a female and you're trying to work out. So I try to get some cool equipment in there, and my hashtag strong girl shit only. We only do strong girl shit in there.
Okay.
So it's a little different equipment for them to use.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna make a reference to. So shout out to We're Really Not That Secure. I watch their podcast from time to time, and I'll give them a round of applause. All right, because they're doing a great job. But one exchange I remember is when Doug, who always
What about the fight camp?
Not that part. No, the part where he was talking about where he said you couldn't train him and stuff like that. And it was interesting. I guess the way I saw it is that I don't expect a woman that isn't quite as naturally physically as strong as me to be able to tell me every single thing. But I also think that women can definitely tell train men. Yeah. So that's why when I saw that, I just wanted to know what you were thinking.
Well, he was right because of the weight training, I wouldn't be able to because I wouldn't be able to spot him. That's just realistic. But I can train. I can train men. Just if you're weight training, I wouldn't be able to train you.
Right. Because that's different. Right. Yeah, he was right. Okay, just getting that clear. Doug, you are a big person, man. I don't want any beef. I'm just bringing up content, man. We got to generate content. You had her on. You're the reason why she's here right now. So please don't come after me. You're strong, but you wear glasses. That means you're really one of my people. You know who the nerds are. So don't come looking for me. I won't be here. But no, shout out to We're Really Not That Secure because they do a great job. And I think they have a really good group dynamic. And I'm hoping one day that I can have something similar where I have a couple of friends. And because right now with me, it's just kind of all me. So I appreciate them.
Yeah.
Right.
Good guys. Appreciate them too.
Definitely. The bing bong thing was very funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. I mean,
I was like, hey, you guys want to do a TikTok? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, awesome. Let's go.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I love that.
I ain't going to spend too much time on it, but I'll just say that I do have a TikTok app, but when people do all of those voiceovers and stuff, I'm like, how do you do this? And you just take the sound and just. And
it takes time to learn.
Thank you. Don't talk down to me acting like it's all easy and stuff just because maybe people her age understand.
She taught me.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's right. So don't you get out there acting brand new like, what? You don't know how to do this?
You don't know how to TikTok?
Yeah, what? Oh my gosh. Who raised you? Yeah. But that was funny. I want to do one at some point too. But
let's do one after.
All right, we'll do one.
We gotta get a good one.
Yep, definitely. All right. So moving along, you started your business in March of 2021. You've had, I'm sure, as any first-time business owner or new business owner, I should say, you've probably had your ups and downs. What were some of the challenges that you faced in opening your business?
Some of the challenges I faced with opening my facility.
Your facility, yeah.
Is honestly, speaking from my perspective, I feel like I took too long. Everyone's like, what? No, but I feel like I could have got it done quicker. But I didn't get a loan. I didn't get any money from the government or the state to start my business. I didn't have any. Everything in that facility, I bought it. So I was working 3 different jobs. So every time I would have extra money, I would buy something. Extra money, buy something else. Extra money, buy something else. So, I mean, I feel like that's why it took me longer than I'd like. And I'm still working on it. It's still not officially open to the general public, but it's open, just not how I want it to be.
So you haven't, if I could presume, you haven't had an official grand opening yet, or?
No.
Okay.
Whenever I have an official grand, everyone's gonna know. I want to be on the news. I want to be everywhere. I want to have some promo videos. Like I want it to be a big thing because it's going to be a big thing. Yeah. Right now it's just a little thing. Right. But it's definitely gonna be a big thing. But I just have to get there. Like it needs to be exactly how it needs to be before I do the grand opening. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's a challenge. And then also, I guess maybe the help. Maybe if I accepted more help at the beginning, I could have had things moving a little faster. Okay. So speaking of help, what does your staff look like right now? Is it just you, or do you have some employees that are working with you? So right now it's just me, but I'm actually bringing 2 girls in this week to talk to them about personal training. There you go. I do want females in there that already are trainers that have existing clientele. So just so I can have more faces and like rotating through the
Right.
gym. It's better for business.
Right. And for me, just because what I try to do is whenever I can't relate directly to what someone is talking about, I try to find an analogy so that helps me understand it better. It reminds me of like in the barber shop when it's like, yeah, you can cut here, but you got to pay rent and you got to bring in your own clients because I got mine already. They got theirs.
And it's sales.
And sales. Right.
Sales is a big thing. And that's also, I learned how to be a great saleswoman from personal training. And also just, I always tell people this, or like girls that I talk to, they're like, oh, I think I want to start personal training. I talk to them about sales and I say, you really have to learn how to sell everything. If you could sell yourself during like, if you go to a job interview, because any interview I went into for a job, I've always got the job because I know how to sell myself as a person. If you can sell yourself as a person for something, you could sell anything. But
because when people sign up to work with you, like obviously, you know, you can say, oh yeah, I like your colors or I like your turf or anything like that. But at the end of the day, it's you. It's you. If you're not there or the people that work with you that have learned under you how to conduct business, if they're not there, then the people are going to leave because they come here for Kavana.
It needs to be the vibe.
Yes, the vibe.
Yeah, I know they come there for Kavana, but I want to start shying away from that a little bit. You know what I mean? Trainer to just like boss lady, business owner.
Right, and I'm glad you brought that up because we definitely briefly discussed that off camera about how you're looking to transition into you already are the CEO, but you're the CEO that's also the janitor. Where it's like you're getting to the point now where it's like I want to be the CEO that surveys multiple locations and sees how they're doing, but ultimately the day-to-day operations that can be run by somebody that is up and coming, that is hungry with that energy and can really
gotta be hungry. Gotta be hungry.
Yeah.
Gotta be hungry if you're a trainer.
So let's talk a little bit about, okay, so you put it out there, hey, I'm looking for some female trainers to be a part of the gym. You must already have your clientele. Give me a couple adjectives, personality-wise, for the type of woman that you want to hire.
You got to be motivated.
Okay, that's one.
You got to be a hustler, and you have to be energetic, and you have to be personable as well, because women are coming in there, so you have to be relatable, especially what I was saying before, kind of like, not really the mentorship in the gym with other women, because there are older women that come in too, but you have to be kind of like, you have to be relatable. You have to be able to talk to them. They're coming in there to suppress, you know what I mean? Like lift heavy weights, get their anger out, talk about their boyfriend, talk about their husband, talk about their family. Like you have to be the therapist and the trainer in there. You can't just be the trainer.
Right. That's definitely important because there's a funny episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Carlton, he signs up and he gets a trainer and the dude is like yelling at him the whole time, telling him, move it, thanks. And he's acting all like that. And Carlton's like, please, no yelling. And then at one point he said, I'm going to quit the gym. And then dude was like, Banks, he's like, coming. He was like that because he was scared shitless because dude, you know, he kept on breathing down his neck and just kind of being on him like a drill sergeant.
You scare him away.
Right.
Can't do that.
No, you can't do that. All right. Well, this is moving along very, very smoothly, and I appreciate you for that because I think that it's easy for me to pat myself on the back and act like, oh, it's me. It's me. I'm the shit. Like, you know, I can act like that. But
I'm the star of the show.
Right. I try to let people know that because some people, they come in and they be like, you know what? You posted a clip where I made the mistake of calling you handsome and you posted that. And... Wait. No, not that. No, that's the birds. That's all right.
I know it was the birds.
Oh, you wanted. Oh, right.
But I wanted the. Oh, I thought it was the crickets.
Oh well, maybe it is crickets. It probably is cricket. I don't know what that sound is. Whatever. But anyway, but I like it. I like your enthusiasm. But anyway, no. Sometimes people, they want you to only highlight them, and don't get me wrong. I appreciate you. We're going to highlight your business. We're going to highlight you talking about your story. You talking about your journey. You talking about some of the tough times with your permission. We're going to talk. We're going to share stories. But if I say a funny joke, if you give me a compliment, if something looks good for me, that's getting posted too. But anyway,
that's what you got to do. It's your show.
It is.
It is your show. At the end of the day, you're inviting us.
Hell yeah. That's. I'm glad you get that because some people don't, and I'll just leave it at that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're right on the money with that. But I have to say, though, that like sitting across from you, you are a very beautiful person. I think it's only appropriate that I hit you with this. All right, sell it. All right, that's good. So, okay, we're getting closer to the end of our interview here. I think some things I want to touch on is you spoke earlier about earlier in the year, you went through some of the toughest times you've ever experienced in your life. And you were able to get through that. But still, you can be triggered. You can still sometimes traumatic things or things that were a little bit scary can play through your head. So what I want to give you the opportunity to do with all of our audience is to share what are some words of encouragement, some words of inspiration that you say to yourself or that someone that loves you says to you to help pull you out of that funk when you get in that funk of depression.
So this is ironic because I actually got this tatted on my back whenever I was 18. What doesn't kill me can only make me stronger. So that is my number one quote. I always say it all the time because if it doesn't kill you, it's only going to make you stronger. So that's really that gets me through a lot. And just another little phrase. It's so simple, but I always say, do better. So if you have a bad day or you did something wrong, or you made a mistake, just think about like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to do better. I actually have it tatted on my finger.
Okay. I see.
I need to read it.
Yeah, do better. I got it.
But people are so hard on themselves whenever something bad happens, or if they don't get to a point that they want to get to, or they mess up. Just, it's all right. There's another day tomorrow. Just do better. Just figure out what you got to do to do better. But those are some things. And during that time, I actually, like right before the pandemic and everything, I didn't believe in God for like a while because not that, it was just at the time that I'm like, okay, God, if you're real, show me. You're not going to show me you're real. Okay, well, I guess there isn't a higher power. But during that rough time, I found God again. And that is, yeah. That's what really got me. Not the quotes. I mean, the quotes were always there.
Right.
But God really did get me through it. And it was just like so crazy. I get like chills thinking about it because it's just so insane. Like it was just like the worst point in my life. And I would not have got through it without him. Like I got signs. I had things happen to me whenever I had nothing. Like I had no money at all. $0. No money to eat or anything. And I was cleaning out my stuff. I found $30 in an old purse. $30 in an old purse. And I took that $30, I flipped it, I'd hustled, made money. And like with that $30, literally came Pout Fitness. With that $30 came Pout Fitness. Without that $30, from there I was running up, didn't stop. Still not stopping. Yeah, but it's just so crazy. I like think about it because it's like so unreal. And like everything I ever really wanted in life or like dreamt about or thought that I was like, oh, I want to achieve this. Maybe I could do this one day. I'm actually doing it. But that comes with, I believe in believing in God and constantly working towards your goals. And if you really want big things in life, you really have to be obsessed with it. You can't just be like, I want to own a business. I'm thinking about doing this. No, you really got to be obsessed. Like I go to bed thinking about what I want to do. I wake up thinking about what I do. I dream about thinking about everything that I want to accomplish. Throughout my day, that's all I think about. Like you have to be obsessed. I've been obsessed for a long, long, long time. Constantly. So if you're really not obsessed with what you want to do, it's really not what you want to do. You really don't want to be at that point in your life. But yeah, I'm still obsessed and still going.
Wow. Well, that certainly is amazing. I want to transition into talking about people who consider themselves to be either serial entrepreneurs with multiple streams of income. Obviously, the Pout Fitness business is one stream of income, but if you don't mind sharing, are there other streams of income that you have? And if you don't have them yet, what streams of income are you trying to add to your portfolio?
So previously I had 3 different streams of income. So I was actually bartending, and then I worked for a marketing agency called Build Different Creative. Shout out to Jordan Rooney.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, well, he gave me an amazing opportunity to work for him. And without him, honestly, I probably wouldn't be here either.
Okay.
Yeah, so shout out to Jordan Rooney and his whole team. So amazing. But no, I'm going to go back a little bit. For him, I actually saw him on social media like months and months before I started working for him. And I'm like, that guy is so dope. I want to work for him one day. And then I came across the opportunity. He posted on Instagram, was like, hey, is anyone looking for an internship for marketing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm going to just see, even though I don't have any experience. Like, I love that stuff. And I want to be an entrepreneur. entrepreneur, so I need, like, you got to learn every single thing. Being a business owner or entrepreneur, you have to learn how to do every single job. So I was like, well, I would love if you could meet with me and I could just tell you about myself, because I'm like, there's nothing for me to tell him besides what I want to do. And we had a meeting. He was like, all right, you can start working here.
Okay.
He's like, I would love to have you work here. So then internship. And then he asked me to start working there a couple months later. He's like, you're doing a great job. And I'm like, wow, this is so crazy, because I really was like watching you on social media and looked up to you. And now I'm like working for you guys. That's insane. But so I was working for him, bartending, and then I had clients, personal training. This was before my gym and everything. I was trying to run up some money to get a place. I didn't know when I was going to get it, but I was like, I need money to actually get a place. And then I ended up getting the place, quitting the job at the club.
Okay.
And I was working for him still. And then I was like, right now, I feel like I have to leave because I'm putting so much of my time in other people's brands and businesses that I need to kind of go back to Pout Fitness and try to like get it to a certain point. But I would love to go back and work with them. I miss them so much.
Yeah,
I love working for them.
Yeah.
But so right now I'm just the gym. I'm just doing that. And then some music videos or anything like that, I get some money for that. And then another stream of income I'm working on for Pout Fitness is called Powder Puff Athletics. Did you hear about that on the interview?
No, I didn't hear that, but I'm curious to hear more about
so
it.
Powder Puff Athletics, it's going to cater to middle school and high school female athletes.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
So whenever I was younger, we had trainers come in to train us for sports like strength and conditioning, speed and agility. And a lot of times it was men. You know what I mean? And like, there was sometimes the men, wah, wah. No, I'm just kidding. But sometimes like there was an incident that the trainer was hooking up with one of the girls. You know what I mean? Like that's just simple things. That's simple things to think about. That's real life stuff. But I wanted to create. This is actually a mentorship training program where me and my team, we would go into schools and just train the female teams for their specific sport. Yeah, so I'm working on that right now.
That'll be good.
Off-season training. Really 20 to 30-year-old workers. I'm not ageist or anything, but because I want it to be relatable to the kids. Like for my sister, like someone my age, they would feel comfortable talking to me and everything like that. But that's what I'm working on right now for an entity for that. But I want to just keep building on that without having to really worry about another business right now until I get to the point where I want to, you know what I mean? I can probably do something else. But I got to keep building on this until it gets there.
Right. So that's good. And I think I usually ask my guests where their short-term and long-term goals. So I believe you kind of answered that. But if there's anything you would like to add to that short-term and long-term professional goals, you can. If not, then it's all good. Or what are how about this? We've talked about your business a lot. What are your short-term and long-term personal goals?
Short-term and long-term personal goals. I mean, they're just little. They're little things. So I'm working on getting a new car because I've been wanting a new car recently. So that's just a little thing. That's a little short-term goal. Long-term goal, personal. I don't know. I feel like all my goals are like business oriented. That's
fine. Well, business and personal, there's going to be overlap. So that's fine. I'm just asking because I think, like earlier when you spoke about your like reconnection to God and how, dedicating yourself to that has really helped you and pushed you in a way that you wouldn't be able to get there without him. So I think I was just thinking along those lines, but if they are business related, then business goals can still be personal goals too. So that works. Yeah.
I guess stuff like that. But long term, I want Pout Fitness to be expanded. Throughout the United States. Like I want, that's a dream. And I don't want to stop until I can reach that because I know it's reachable. People do things like that all the time. Right. So what's the difference between them and me? Nothing besides they don't stop, and neither do I. So I'm gonna be up there with them. You know what I'm saying? And just another long-term goal is honestly like someone who inspired me really to really get this going was my little sister because I love her so much. That's like my little baby. She's over there sitting there, look at her smiling.
That's nice.
No, because I just want to be a great role model for her because I really didn't have anyone in my life that I'm like, oh my God, she's dope. It usually was always men. And I don't hate to say that, but it was always like, okay, this man achieved this. So I want to be like him. Like I'm trying to be a boss like him. Like why does he get to do that and I can't? But I want to be that female, just, what's the word?
Role model.
Yeah,
Well, we said that earlier.
Female role model. I want to be that role model, especially for her. Even though we do two different things, if I can do something and not stop, she could do it too. Yeah, and she better do it. Right, because you can do it, especially if you have someone there for you that will always support you.
Well, right, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. One thing that I thought about is these people downstairs are noisy, but anyway, one thing that I thought about is not that you need to clarify. Mr. Corvette. Anyway, not that you need to clarify anything, because you don't need to clarify anything you said. I guess I want to give you the opportunity to just open up what you were saying, like as far as, because I think when people see female only fitness, you know, I think if I'm a man and I'm thinking this way, I'm not thinking this way, but let's say I was thinking this way. Oh yeah, well, she just doesn't, maybe she dates men or whatever, but she doesn't really like us like that. Or man, I've
gotten that sometimes. Like, what, you don't like men in there? I'm like, that's not it.
Right. This is feminism. But what I'm hearing you say, and I want you, if I'm wrong, please correct me and please put whatever the right answer is. But what I'm hearing from you, it's not so much about like, I don't like men, or I just don't want men around, because men are useful and I'm sure they've been useful to you throughout your life. Sure. However, creating a space that is centering women and where women feel safe is what the crux of it is. It isn't about saying you can't come in here, this is the girls' room. It's more about saying, no, we need a place where women can come and feel safe, because how can I focus on my fitness goals if someone is trying to talk to me and I got my headphones on and they're still talking to me?
Yeah. So no, you hit the nail on the head 100%.
Okay, good.
100%.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For myself. But yeah, I guess I just wanted you to, even though I said it, I guess I just wanted you to kind of express that, just because people might get the wrong idea.
Yeah, people do. They're like, oh, you don't want me in there? I'm like, no, that's not that. It's for women to come in there to feel comfortable and safe. It's a safe place for them to come to. You don't have to worry about anything. You could be your sweatiest, most authentic self in Pout Fitness. You know what I mean? And especially a lot of my clients are younger females. They're 15 to 23. They love it in there. They love that place. And I like that for them, because they come in there and they're comfortable.
They're safe.
Yeah. They're safe and they get to do their thing. They actually get to weight train and squat and do all those things that they always want to do, without being like, oh, I'd be on the squat rack at the gym, because I used to be like that. Intimidated to go. I'm like, I don't want to go to the squat rack. There's a bunch of guys over there. Not like someone's gonna attack me over there, but just like, I'm trying to just like squat and like worry about my body. I don't want no one else worrying about my body over there.
Right.
That just comes with it being a woman, especially like things we experience, like things we've seen or things we heard of. Like, you think about things you see online. You worry about those things whenever you just even go outside your house.
Right. Or like you said,
even walk in your neighborhood. Like, it's hard to be a woman, and a lot of men don't really understand that. Like, we really have to think about all those things, because men really, like some men, sorry, I don't want to say men in general, because all of them are not like that, but some men are a little weird.
It's to put it nicely. Right. I got you. Well, I appreciate that. And I just wanted to say that, not, like I said, once again, not because you needed to clarify, because you know how you feel, but just I feel like as a responsibility for the men that are watching, I want them to know that this is not, it's almost like saying, when I say I'm pro-black, I'm not saying I'm anti-white.
Right.
It's just, I'm just helping out my people right now, because we need it. And you're helping out women, your sisters, because they need it. They need you.
Yep.
Got you.